Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you're watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this solely to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular and working more hard for you. So let us start the day to analyze the movements of S&P 500 futures in different time frames. So friends, here you can see a weekly chart of S&P 500 futures. Here you can see that how the S&P 500 futures showed good strength from the level 4137 during the last week in hopes of a strong economic data which was supposed to come on last Friday. So here you can see that how the S&P 500 futures found a strong support at the 9 days moving average, which is currently at the levels of 4342, from where we have seen a strong upward move in S&P 500 futures, where the S&P 500 futures have finally closed the week at the levels of 4342, where I find that currently, if we have a look for a shorter time frame, I find that the next week is kind of a sparse from a data standpoint, and the market is closed on Monday for the July 4th Independence Day. Undoubtedly, trading was a bit thin on Friday after the job reports gets digested and the people start to leave early for the long weekend. So here I would like to tell you that if you are planning to trade during the upcoming week, first of all, consider your position size because market moves might be faster and more dramatic than on a regular day. So here I would like to suggest you that don't forget to keep a visual eye over the movements of S&P 500 futures on Monday night to see how things react after being closed for a few days. Sometimes that can be helpful in getting a sense of direction for the following day, especially when there has been a longer than normal weekend. Once we get back, the big event next week could be the Fed's minutes from its last meeting due Wednesday afternoon. Obviously, the Fed did not have job data when it met, but it did throw a bit of curveball when it talked about possibly getting more hawkish. The minutes could give us more of a behind the scenes look at what Fed officials discussed. And on analysis of the US job data, I find that no major US industry has regained its pre-recession level of employment in the last 16 months since COVID-19 torpedoed the labor market, and the Labor Department data released on Friday showed that total employment across the 10 major non-government sectors reached from between 87% and 99% of their levels in February 2020, with even those relatively unscared by the pandemic yet to fully retrace their losses. Labor Secretary Mary Walsh said in an interview that we are an economy in transition, adding that it will be a few more months before the economy gets to pre-pandemic numbers across the board. So here I find that the S&P 500 futures could start the upcoming week below the levels of 4321, where I find that a breakdown below the levels of 4272 during the upcoming week will keep this downward trend intact, because here I find that the weakness could go after the release of Fed minutes on Wednesday, where I find that if the S&P 500 futures are not able to defend the next major support at the 9 days moving average, which is currently at the levels of 4188, we'll see a sharp fall to continue in S&P 500 futures, where the S&P 500 futures will have to defend the major support at the 26 days moving average, which is currently at the levels of 4000. So friends, here I find that the S&P 500 futures could feel a jolt after the release of Fed minutes. So friends, here I find that the volatility could be on the higher scale, but the overall trend could be bearish, because here I find that every rally will be sold in case of an upward move. So friends, here I find that if the S&P 500 futures are not able to hold above the 26 days moving average, we'll see this fall to continue during the upcoming weeks, where the S&P 500 futures futures could test the lower end of Ichimoku which is currently at levels of 3679. This seems to be a strong support for S&P 500 futures, but I find that any negative signal from the Fed could drag down the S&P 500 futures to much more lower levels where the S&P 500 futures even could test the lower end of Ichimoku which is currently at the levels of 3136. So friends, here I find that the Fed's policy could be very decisive in deciding the further directional moves of S&P 500 futures. So we'll have to keep a visual eye over the movements of S&P 500 futures on Monday night. Let us check this move in a daily time frame. So friends, here in a daily time frame, here you can see that how the S&P 500 futures found a bounce back from the upper end of Ichimoku cloud on June 21st, and from here the S&P 500 futures successfully breached the immediate resistance at the levels of 4278 and finally closed Friday at the levels of 4342, where I find that the S&P 500 futures could start the upcoming week with a gap down opening on the first trading session of the upcoming week, where a breakdown below the immediate support at the levels of 4278 could drag down the S&P 500 futures once again up to the upper end of Ichimoku cloud, which is at the levels of 4147 during the upcoming week. So friends, here I find that if the S&P 500 futures are not able to defend the upper end of Ichimoku cloud, which is currently at the levels of 4141, we'll see this downward trend to continue, where a breakdown below the levels of 4028 could result in a sharp downward move during the upcoming weeks. So friends, now let us check this move in a 4-hour time frame. Here you can see that the S&P 500 futures have finally given a signal of a sharp downward move during the upcoming week, because the formation of this red candle during the last hours on Friday looks evident enough for a gap down opening in the S&P 500 futures, where the S&P 500 futures could try to defend the immediate support at the levels of 4338, but here I find that a breakdown below this level could test the next support at the levels of 4305, where the 26 days moving average could provide some support on the first trading session. But here I find that the final outcome of Fed meetings on upcoming Wednesday will be very decisive, where we will see the next move of the Fed, what the Fed has decided to tackle the inflation, because here only a terminology has been changed. Inflation has been looked as not as transitory but only as a temporary phenomena. Friends, here I find that on Wednesday, if the S&P 500 futures are not able to hold these two immediate supports, we will see the S&P 500 futures to test the next support at the levels of 4278, where I find that a breakdown below the upper end of Ichimoku cloud. So friends, here I find that during the upcoming week, if the S&P 500 futures are not able to hold above the levels of 4233, we'll see this downward trend to continue up to the levels of 4141. So thank you friends, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.